saving you money every day on Channel 9.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Right now on Eyewitness News this morning, the young boy who police say died at the hands of child abuse has been laid to rest. How he is being remembered this morning. On Saturday, thousands of mourners paid their respects to Pope Francis at his funeral. What's next for the Vatican? And Puerto Rican pride flooded the streets of downtown Orlando. We'll have all the action from the parade and festival. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, April 27th. I'm Sam Martello. Your time right now, just about 7 o'clock. We're going to have more on all of those top stories in just a minute. But first, a live look at Lake Eola in downtown Orlando. Sunshine glimmering off of those downtown buildings. We're going to get a check of your hot Sunday forecast with certified meteorologist David Hecker.
Hey, good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite toasty out there later on today. Live look here over downtown Orlando. Sun coming up here on this very quiet Sunday morning. It's a mild start to the day as well. We're 65 currently out at the Orlando International Airport. Just a very light southerly breeze going at around 5 miles an hour. Other temperatures across central Florida here at 7 a.m. 60s and 70s. We're 70 currently in Claremont, 69 the current temperature in Sanford, 66 in New Smyrna, and 66, good morning, over in Kissimmee. Also quiet right now, an early warning Doppler 9, but we do have a little bit more moisture that's going to try to work its way into the air. So we do think we may be able to crank out a couple light rain showers, but in Winter Garden, if we're going to see anything, it ends up being kind of, as we move into the late afternoon hours, it's going to be quite warm for the farmers market this morning. 10 a.m. temperatures upper 70s, and you can see afternoon highs in West Orange County are going to get all the way into the low 90s. I'll be back to take a close look at the fire threat once again heading into the daytime hours. It's coming up in less than 10 minutes. Sam?
David, thank you. The young boy who died from alleged abuse by his mother and her boyfriend has been laid to rest. Xavier Williams his funeral took place yesterday in his hometown in Connecticut. As Channel 9's Daryl Matthews reports, his family is calling for increased awareness when it comes to child abuse. The Tavares Police Department wants the public to be aware of the signs of child abuse. The department wants to raise awareness, support families, and break the cycles of abuse. They say prevention starts with education, compassion, and community. Whether it's checking in on your neighbors, supporting local organizations, or simply spreading the word. Breaking overnight, the Florida Highway Patrol and Orange County Sheriff's Office are looking into a crash on State Road 408. Take a look at this video. Earlier this morning, you can see the eastbound lanes of the 408 were completely shut down. Drivers had to be diverted onto the 417. Right now, we have reached out to FHP and the Sheriff's Office for more information on this investigation. So, of course, when we have any new details, we'll let you know. We do have new details on a crash in Osceola County. State troopers say they found the SUV involved in a hit and run that killed a man early Friday morning. It happened on Buenaventura Boulevard, north of Osceola Parkway. Troopers say the SUV hit the man walking in the crosswalk and then took off. The victim died at the scene. Right now, they're looking for the driver of the white 2007 Acura MDX. Anyone with information is asked to call FHP. One man is dead after a motorcycle crash in Marion County. The crash happened Saturday just off Marion County Road. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says two motorcycles collided. One driver was transported to a nearby hospital where he later died. The condition of that second driver is still unknown. The investigation into that crash is ongoing. New this morning is a huge explosion at an Iranian oil port has killed at least 5 people on Saturday, according to state media. The blast also injured more than 700 people. It occurred at a port city in southwestern Iran, scattering glass and debris over a wide area. State media reported that a fuel tank had, quote, exploded for an unknown reason. Port operations have been suspended. Hundreds of thousands of people, including dignitaries from around the world, gathered to say goodbye to Pope Francis. Channel 9's Nick Papantonis takes us to Rome, where the funeral mass was held. We haven't had any significant rain since February, and during that time, we've seen brush fires popping up from several different causes. Reporter Yona Gavino rode along with the Florida Forest Service and got an up-close look at how they keep fires from sparking. In Orange County, fire and rescue crews put out a brush fire near State Road 414 and Lakeville Road. The flames sparked at the old landfill Saturday in Apopka. Crews monitored hot spots once the fire was contained. No injuries have been reported and no structures were damaged. Our time right now is 7:08, and David, it's going to be possibly another dry day here for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, dry day, Sam, and that means another elevated fire risk. In fact, this is going to be with us likely for the remainder of the month of April, unfortunately, unless we get some heavy rain. In the Florida Fire Service update this morning, you can see areas in orange. That does include Seminole, Orange, Osceola counties in a high fire danger, although all of us have the capabilities of being able to spark a wildfire, and the recipe for wildfire development remains in place. We have steady winds today, low humidity, dry vegetation, and some warm temperatures. There is some good news, though. Rain chances do take a little bit higher tomorrow, so I do think the fire threat may kind of lessen at least temporarily for Monday and again on Tuesday. Temperatures right now in Metro Orlando, it's a warm start to the day, 60s and low 70s. 70 currently in Maitland. We're 69 in Oak Ridge, and Good Morning Celebration, 62 degrees for you. So in Ocala for today, it's going to be a warm day out there, and we do have the threat for a couple light rain showers developing afternoon into the early evening. Temperatures in Marion County are going to get all the way into the low 90s. I'll be back with Future Track. Going to walk you through hour by hour the threat for rain across the area and tracking even higher rain chances we get into the work week. What day we're really focusing on, Sam? That's coming up in less than 10 minutes.
David, thank you. A new study shows the U.S. could face millions of measles cases in the future. Coming up, why medical experts say a downswing in vaccinations is cause for concern. For some, getting around Seminole County may become harder and possibly more expensive. Coming up, the reason Seminole County leaders are considering moving away from the Lynx bus system and what could take its place. And next, travelers have a little more than a week to get a real ID in order to fly domestically. What you need to know before you book your next flight.
Drone 9, only on Channel 9 Eyewitness News, getting you closer over the scene of breaking news. Sponsored by Bogan Munns & Munns. No gimmicks, just results. Central Florida's chief meteorologist, Tom Terry.
Severe weather is always just around the corner. So before, during, and after every storm, I'll keep you prepared and safe.
Your severe weather expert, Chief Meteorologist Tom Terry on Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News live stream, sponsored by Advent Health.
Never, ever stop reaching for what makes you feel whole.
7:13 the current time. Welcome back to Eyewitness News this morning. A sun-filled start to the day out there, and that sun is really going to warm things up later on today. It looks like it's going to be even warmer than it was yesterday across the area. Here's a live look at downtown I-4 and the 408. Again, the temperature is quite mild already this morning. We're 65 currently out at OIA, so no need for the jacket if you're getting ready to head out the door here, maybe for a donut run. South-southwesterly wind right now at 5 miles per hour. Regional view and early warning Doppler 9. Not much going on here across the entire Florida peninsula, but we do have a little bit more moisture. It's going to kind of slide in from Georgia right down the region as we head into the afternoon, and there will probably be just enough moisture in place to crank out a couple light rain showers, but it's not going to be a huge issue, and the vast majority of us again today will likely end up staying dry. Let's kind of plan out the day here in Future Track. You can see by 9, it's a lot of sunshine out there, and that sun again warms things up quickly this morning. By 9, we're already going to be in the low to mid 70s in many areas. Here we are at lunchtime again, plenty of sunshine. Noontime temperatures pushing into the low to mid 80s, and then notice here around 4 o'clock, sea breeze begins to get going, and we'll probably begin to crank out a couple light rain showers, including potentially here in Metro Orlando. I think the better chance for activity today is going to be west of the I-4 corridor with the highest coverage into parts of Lake, Sumter, Marion, and Polk counties. In fact, here's 7 o'clock. You can see more scattered activity trying to get going in our western zones. This activity quickly fades away, though, by the time we get towards 10, 11 o'clock. So bottom line, maybe a couple downpours here in our western zones. Along the coastline, you're going to end up being dry, though, it looks like, throughout the entire day. And all of us are going to be feeling the warmth across the area. In fact, highs today warmer region-wide. It'll be cooler along the coast again today, courtesy of this onshore flow, but it will be warmer than yesterday. In fact, 87 in Daytona, 89 in Titusville. Quite toasty in Metro Orlando, 92 here in the city, 93 Sanford, and look at Winter Haven making a run at 94 degrees later today. And this is probably going to end up being the warmest day of the next 5 across the area. Kissimmee, St. Cloud, again, we make it to the low 90s. Upper 80s tomorrow, we'll see more cloud cover and an even higher chance, we think, of scattered showers and probably even a few thunderstorms, beginning to cool down, at least relatively speaking, on Tuesday, then right back into the upper 80s for the back end of the work week. 7-day forecast, weekend always in view. Again, sun and clouds for today. Best chance for rain ends up being west of I-4. Much higher chances for showers and thunderstorms on Monday. We'll put those rain chances at 40%. Maybe some early morning activity on Tuesday, then dry it looks like for the remainder of the upcoming work week. We'll talk much more about those rain chances for Monday coming up in the next half hour. Sam?
Looking ahead as travelers have a little over a week to get a real ID. Starting on May 7th, U.S. travelers must be real ID compliant to board domestic flights and access certain federal facilities. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz explains what you'll need before you plan your next trip. A new study led by Stanford says the U.S. could face millions of measles cases if vaccination rates decline even more. Researchers say if rates stay the same, there could be 900,000 measles cases over a 25-year period. If they decline by 10%, there could be about 11 million cases. Vaccination rates are down in the U.S. since the COVID-19 pandemic. The CDC recommends kids get their first dose when they're 12 to 15 months old and their second between ages 4 and 6. A couple is accused of stealing from a shopper inside a Claremont Publix. Coming up, how you can help police identify them. And receiving receipts from the store may seem routine, but what's in that paper could be harmful. How a nonprofit is pushing for change. A California-based nonprofit is taking action against dozens of major retailers, claiming the paper receipts they hand out daily contain high levels of toxic chemicals. Channel 9 Investigates first brought you this issue back in 2023 when we tested hundreds of receipts from right here in Central Florida and across the country. Investigative reporter Ashlyn Webb shows us how the nonprofit is pushing for change nationwide. We reached out to all the companies mentioned in this story, but haven't heard back yet. The center says it's talking with several of them, though no final resolution has been reached. In the meantime, to protect yourself, you can choose to have your receipt emailed or texted to you instead. A nurse was simply doing her job when she was viciously attacked. Coming up next, Channel 9 speaks to her daughter, who says it never should have happened.
Another quiet start to the day across Central Florida, but we are tracking some rain chances later on. We'll pinpoint who has the best chance for activity and an update and even higher rain chances on the way.
Companies can be charging you more money than someone else for the same item.
Companies have profiles about us as consumers.
Action 9's Jeff Deal shows you how to navigate this surveillance pricing so you don't overpay the next time you shop online.
This is creepy and invasive and is not for our own good.
Monday at 5 on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Enter to win $1,000 in WFTV's Weekday Payday. Watch Eyewitness News in the morning and evening every weekday and look for the keyword for your chance to win. This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Nurses are speaking out after a patient attacked one of their own. Hear from the daughter of a victim about what she says needs to be done to keep healthcare workers safe. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, April 27th. I'm Sam Martello. Your time right now is just about 7:30. We're going to have more on that top story in just a minute. But first, here's a live look outside at Daytona Beach. Lots of sunshine to get our Sunday started. We're going to get a check of your forecast with certified meteorologist David Heckert.
Hey, good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, quiet start to the day once again, but that sunshine behind me is really going to take temperatures up a notch, even compared to yesterday. Here is a live look outside I-4 and the 408. Very quiet start to your Sunday. Get ready to head out the door for church services this morning. It's a warm start to the day, 65 already out at OIA, just a light southwesterly breeze at 5 miles per hour. Other temperatures here at the bottom of the hour, 60s and 70s. May want a light jacket here to Land and Palm Coast. You're both sitting around 61, 62. We're 70 though in Claremont, 69 in Winter Haven, and good morning Melbourne, temperature there of 65 degrees. Early morning Doppler 9 is nice and quiet here for this morning. We'll stay that way through much of the day, but as we head into the afternoon, we may be able to crank out a couple light rain showers in parts of the area. I don't think Castleberry is going to end up being one of those areas. Minimal threat for rain. I think the best chance for rain will be west of the I-4 corridor. 11 a.m. temperatures in the low 80s, and it's going to be warm in Seminole County. Afternoon highs climbing into the low 90s. I'll be back. We'll take a close look at the beach forecast for heading towards the coastline later today. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes. Sam?
David, thank you. New this morning, the Kissimmee Police Department needs the public's help locating a missing woman. Investigators say 38-year-old Carol Ann Mullen was last seen on April 22nd at a Denny's off West Vine Street. Police say the woman may be disoriented or unfamiliar with her surroundings. If you've seen Carol or have any information about where she is, call 911. Also new this morning, the Claremont Police Department needs your help identifying a couple who's accused of theft inside of a Publix. Take a look at this video. It happened on April 19th, just after 1 in the afternoon. Police say a woman distracted a shopper while the man stole the shopper's wallet. The shopper says the couple took $3,000. Anyone with information regarding the identity of this couple is asked to call police. A nurse was attacked by a patient at West Palm Beach Hospital earlier this year. More nurses are now speaking out and demanding change within healthcare facilities. Our Channel 9 Shannon Butler spoke with the woman's daughter about what happened. Cindy is a doctor who says she's now worried for her safety. She says she'll never do inpatient care again because she's afraid something like this could happen to her. Some Florida State University students joined lawmakers at the state capitol last week calling for stricter gun control laws. The students want to expand red flag laws, create rules for safe gun storage, and increase campus security.
I am here to ask if this is not what it takes to get more policy. Were 2 people dead not enough?
The House Minority Leader said a bill allowing students to carry guns on campus is unlikely to pass this session. Most Florida school districts will head into summer with a funding shortfall. That's because the family's shifting toward private schools using state voucher money. Lake and Seminole counties expect to lose 1,500 students each. Orange County expects to lose 3,000 students and nearly $30 million. The county is planning to fight back and get students back by advertising that they offer more choices and better programs.
We have so much choice. We have magnets, we have career and technical education, we have dual enrollment. There's so much choice within OCPS that I'm hoping that parents realize that.
Lake County Schools is adjusting by cutting staff. Orange County is asking departments to cut budgets by 2%. Osceola County, on the other hand, expects enrollment to rise next year. Seminole County is getting closer to moving away from the Lynx bus system. The county would keep its most popular bus routes, but replace the rest with an Uber-like system of 6-passenger vans that can pick people up and drop them off anywhere in the service area. Staff believes it would make it easier to live in the county without owning a car, and many bus routes have almost no riders. They're working to figure out how much to charge while offering discounts to people who have no other options.
We are not taking a bus away from anyone that we are not replacing with a better service.
It's still early in the process. The few decisions that have been made include running the service 7 days per week, making longer rides more expensive, and giving discounts to Sunrail riders. In Orange County, residents all across Pine Hills teamed up to clean up a local neighborhood. Take a look at this. Pine Hills volunteers took to the streets Saturday to better their community. So many people showed up. Residents say it's up to them to keep their neighborhood clean.
This is the neighborhood. We live in this community and we've got to take care of it. We see that there's plenty of litter that's out here and we can wait on someone else to clean it up, or we can come out and we can handle it ourselves.
The initiative focuses on boosting neighborhood revitalization, supporting business growth, and encouraging civic engagement. Millions of clams were dropped into the Indian River Lagoon. How this is expected to help the overall environmental health of the area.
Vibrant sunrise this morning over Daytona Beach. We'll take a close look at temperatures along the coastline and have an update on some rain chances on the horizon later today.
Welcome back, everyone. Your time right now is 7:39. A gorgeous look out at Daytona Beach on your Sunday morning. Lots of sunshine to get our Sunday started. We're going to get a check of your forecast now with certified meteorologist David Heckert.
And what did our director call this during the break?
A warm puppy.
A warm puppy. Just beautiful, beautiful, right? Hey, good morning, everyone. A brilliant shot to sunrise here outside in coastal sections of Volusia County. It's a mild start to the day as well. If you're ready to walk the beach, 65 the current temperature. Winds are calm at the airport in Daytona, but you can see a little bit of activity kind of blowing the flags around. Temperatures in parts of Flagler and Volusia County into the 60s right now. We're 60 currently in Hispaniola. Good morning, Orange City. 63 degrees for you. 64 Norman Beach and 68 right now over in New Smyrna. Beach forecast for today. It is going to be warm even at the coastline today. Warmer than yesterday. A lot of us in the low to mid 80s. Water temperatures now up in the mid 70s. The rip current threat is high, so stay close to those lifeguard towers. You're going to be swimming in the Atlantic and Palm Coast for today. It's going to be a dry day here. Blended sun and clouds. And look at that. Afternoon highs in Flagler County making it into the mid 80s. I'll be back. We'll take a close look at high temperatures city by city, and we're going to pinpoint who's got the best chance for rain later today. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes. Sam.
David, thank you. In Brevard County, 1 million clams were dropped into the Indian River Lagoon on Friday with the help of drone technology. They plan to drop another 3 million clams over the course of this weekend. Experts say these are very tiny seed clams, and if only a fraction of these clams survive, that'll make a difference along the lagoon. This is an effort to improve water quality and support habitat restoration during a weekend-long Project Sea Safe Clean Water Collective.
Clams are amazing, and they're just like oysters. They filter water all day long to breathe. They're pulling water across their gills, and their gills actually catch all the algae particles and all that kind of stuff.
In addition to clam restoration, conservation partners will plant mangroves like these and hold a coastal cleanup. This is all open to the public. Central Florida residents were celebrating in the streets during the Florida Puerto Rican Parade. Next, we'll have all of the sights, sounds, and foods from Saturday's annual event. We've been following the best deals from local businesses. Here's a look at today's local steals and deals. Thousands took to the streets of downtown Orlando to celebrate their Puerto Rican pride. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz shows us the sights and sounds from the parade and festival. Yeah, lots of fun was had in downtown Orlando yesterday. It's going to be an even hotter day there today.
Yeah, it was nice and toasty yesterday outside. It's going to be even warmer today. And not necessarily summer-esque, but you're going to notice the heat heading into the afternoon hours here, Sam. We also have the threat for a few light rain showers later today. Now, I don't think it's going to be a huge issue, but we're probably going to be able to crank out something on early warning Doppler 9, say west of the I-4 corridor. Highs today, 80s and 90s. Almost all of us are going to feel warmer than we did yesterday. Now for Monday, scattered showers and storms, pretty good bet. In fact, this probably ends up being some of the highest rain chances we've seen in weeks across the area. Highs in the 80s, but unfortunately, that's going to pretty much be the end of our rain chances. By the time we get towards the middle part of the week, drier air returns and highs a little bit cooler. A lot of the week will end up being into the mid and upper 80s. Outside right now, Lake Eola, quiet start to the day, sun-filled start to the day. 65 the current temperature out at downtown Orlando, south-southwesterly wind at 5 miles an hour. Kind of a light southerly flow beginning to develop here in latest satellite and radar data, but we will see more of an onshore flow developing, and there is a little bit of moisture. Kind of see that in gray here in the water vapor imagery. That will begin to slide its way south into the region later this afternoon, and that's what's going to be capable of cranking out maybe a couple light rain showers along the sea breeze. Let's go city by city, pinpoint high temperatures in your community for today. Cooler at the coast once again, but even here, it's going to be a little bit on the warm side. Look at Melbourne getting to 85 degrees. We'll get to 87 in Daytona. Metro Orlando, it is going to be very toasty later on. Maybe a shower west of I-4, especially you get out towards Winter Garden, Oakland, maybe the Celebration area. 92 downtown, 93 degrees up in Sanford. In our inland areas, you have the best chance for a few very isolated, scattered showers developing late afternoon to the early evening. Ahead of that, though, wow, look at some of these numbers. 94 the forecast high in Ocala, 92 the temperature in Claremont. Now let's kind of zero in here on Monday, which is going to end up being our highest rain chance of the next 7 days. Here's daybreak. Quiet start across the region for the morning commute, but you can already see that rainfall developing in the Atlantic waters. And notice we're still pretty quiet here around lunchtime, but the weak cold front begins to nudge its way into the afternoon. And by 4 o'clock, we're anticipating pretty good coverage of rain and probably even some thunderstorms across the area. Highest rain chance is going to end up being, it looks like, west of the I-95 corridor. And after this rain chance on Monday, things really begin to fall off. 20% rain chance for some activity early Tuesday, and then dry for the middle and back end of the week. 7-day forecast. Weekend always in view. Again, low 90s for today. Best chance for rain in our inland areas. Highest rain chance will be on Monday. Somewhat cooler here for the middle part of the week. Mid-80s Tuesday, Wednesday, and then more moisture returns, it looks like, Friday heading into next weekend. We'll have much more on temperatures for today coming up in the next half hour. Sam?
To sports, Saturday night marking the Orlando City Lions' third win at home this season when they took on Atlanta United. It was the Lions forward finding the back of the net on a penalty kick in the 42nd minute. The conversion from the spot marked his 4th goal of the season and his 9th across all competitions for the Lions. With the 3-0 victory, Orlando City extended its unbeaten streak to 7 matches and 4th consecutive clean sheet. The Lions head to the Windy City next for a showdown against the Chicago Fire next Saturday. The Orlando Magic won their first playoff game on Friday. They beat the Boston Celtics 95-93, making the series 2-1. Now they'll try to tie the series up tonight. Tip-off is set for 7:30. And following the game, be sure to tune in with post-game coverage of Game 4 between the Magic and Celtics with our sports director, Alex Walker, right here on Channel 9. Here's a live look outside over downtown Orlando. It is a gorgeous start to our Saturday. Your time right now is 7:51. We'll be right back after the break. Back by popular demand, Monster Jam is headed to the City Beautiful in August at the Kia Center. Fans can see the world-famous trucks on August 2nd and 3rd inside the Kia Center. Monster Jam preferred customers can get the first chance for tickets, and the general public can start buying tickets on Tuesday, April 29th. Today is National Tell a Story Day. Each year on April 27th, Americans of all ages are encouraged to share their stories. They can range from your childhood memories or a story from your imagination. You can also read your favorite book to family, friends, and loved ones. To commemorate National Tell a Story Day, many libraries across the country participate by offering special storytelling times for children. Coming up in the next hour of Eyewitness News this morning, a 10-year-old Central Florida boy who police say died after being abused is finally laid to rest. How his story is touching many across the country.
And a quiet start to the day, an early warning Doppler 9, but the threat for rain is there finally for parts of the region. We'll track the rain chance and have the very latest on more warmth to close out the weekend.